How old is old? Well, certainly 96 counts. But those among us who achieve such impressive numbers don't always feel that their years earn them the kind of attention they deserve. A lively group of seniors at Bracebridge's Castle Peak Retirement Residence set out to change that. Liam Dwyer is co-editor, or co-compiler, as he likes to say, of a collection of their stories. It's called At Your Age? And he joins us now for more. I like the question mark at the end there.
Yeah,
at your age, as in people always ask you, at your age you're doing this?
Yeah, it says you're writing a book of short stories and poems at your age?
Exactly. Now, where did the idea for this book come from?
Well, we have a beautiful deck out at the back of the residence. And we're sitting out there and we thought, we had given $500 to the fire out out west. Mm-hmm. And we'd given $500 out to the hospital, collected from bingo and other events. And somebody said, let's make a cookbook, and we'll sell a cookbook and to our friends and relatives and make some more money to give to charity. And somebody said, a cookbook, with the Kindle and the iPad and what have you. The cookbooks are redundant. It's just not there anymore. So we abandoned that idea immediately. But we're sitting out on the deck as a group without our family there. So we talk differently, We tell more of the truth then. And these stories, they were so poignant, And I thought, damn it all. They're going to be lost when we go. So let's try and get them down, and we'll make a book for our group here. So we started to collect the stories, and at the first the people were reluctant, I don't want to do that, I don't want to tell you that story. And so gradually we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Some people came with poems. For instance, the first story in the book is One Egg. This was the story of a 12-year-old girl in Holland during the war. The German army was starving them to death. And I said to Marie Brewer was her name. She had that beautiful Dutch accent, that soft accent. And I said, Marie, you must have a story. You were there. No, Liam, I can't have no story. Too bitter, I can't think of it. Huh. I don't tell anybody anything. So gradually, at 6 tries, we got the story out of her, and it's the first story in the book.
First story in the book. We should point out that obviously that chest full of medals indicates that you served during World War II. You were in the Royal Canadian Navy.
Yeah.
Your job was to defend this country.
Yeah.
So thank you for your service. Let's continue our story here about this book. Yeah. You're 96, but you're not the oldest contributor to this book, I gather.
Oh, no. We had a woman, her name was Annie, Minnie Boyce. She lives in Vangonet. She was 104.
Only 104?
Only 104. Played bridge, walked all over the place. I asked her for her story, and she said, no, I just lived a plain life. I said, Minnie, you were born before World War I. She said, I didn't start it. Anyway, we got the story out of her, and she just had a plain life. She said, I grew up in Guelph. My father had team horses. He used to do all the work, hauling stuff around. I got married. I had children. I played golf, and I got old, and I'm here in a retirement home.
See,
just a plain life. I said, that's not a plain life.
I'm with you. I agree with you. There's no such thing.
No, there's no.
She had an extraordinary life.
Yeah, and everybody loved her. She was friendly. She didn't get crotchety at all. She just a nice, kind woman.
That's sweet. I'm trying to imagine how different your early years must have been compared to the lives of, say, young people growing up in Canada today.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, your generation shipped off to war, put a uniform on. Some people went overseas and didn't come back. And, you know, the biggest problem a lot of this generation's young people have is, you know, is it going to be Xbox or Sega or Wii that we're going to play tonight, you know?
Yeah.
Do you ever think about the difference?
Oh, I do. But do you know something? I don't worry about it. It's their world. It's. I don't know that they'll be marching down the street shooting at each other, but there's going to be. The world is changing so fast. The computer, you know, some geeks out in Silicon Valley is running the world, and they, if their morals and their life is decent, we'll have a decent life. It's difficult to imagine. We're trying to. I can't place these people's lives on my life because, you know, you can't do that.
Well, I'm going to push a bit on that one,
Sure.
Mr. Dwyer, because I wonder if you ever have a moment where, let's say, you're on a bus
Yeah.
and some kid sees you coming on and doesn't give up his or her seat to offer you, as they should.
Yeah.
And does it ever cross your mind to think, you know, young whippersnapper, if it wasn't for what my generation did 75 years ago, you know, you'd be speaking German today. You ever have those moments?
It's not what I think. It's what he thinks. He sees me as just another person. He doesn't know my life. He doesn't know where the Great Depression. He doesn't know World War II. He doesn't know the agony of no food on the table. They don't think of that because it's their world. You know, you can't impinge our life on their life.
I understand, but you've written on the back of that book, the tendency of society is to write us off.
Yeah.
How so? How do you feel that?
You know, I don't know. There's some statistics have come out lately about the population of Canada is. 40% of us are going to be over 65 in 20
In the
years.
next decade, yeah. I think by the year 2036, a quarter of Canadians will be over 65.
Yeah. They're thinking 1965, but the people that are coming up today, they're going to be working up until they're 70, 75 probably. And they're going to live to 115. You know, and so
don't be so quick to discard us.
yeah, and discarding us is a very strong word, but it's sad that I see so many wonderful people in the place I live, who have been through so much. It's amazing how they have lived through all this. People whose children have committed suicide. I said to one woman one day, she said, "I've got a very bad cough, Liam." I said, "Why don't you go back to the room and take a belt of brandy?" And she said, "No, Liam, my mother and father were alcoholics." You know?
So that's not an option for her.
No, she, you know, and they tell you stories of being without food, you know, sons disappearing and never coming back, going out west and never coming back. You know? And to put us on a shelf, they shouldn't do that.
You feel that seniors have talents that are not being apprecied, I guess, by the rest of society.
We spend a life of charity, you know, bingos and things like that. We're given to charity all our life, and we continue to do that. And that's what this book is all about, you know.
Now, if I were to ask you for some ideas on how people who live in this province can make people of your generation feel more appreciated, what ideas would you suggest?
I would say that the community has to become more involved. I think by, for instance, at our place, the little, what do you call the brownies? They came at Valentine's Day and brought everybody a heart with their name on it, and this is happening, but it's a slow process. What to do? What do we need? What will excite us? You know, people are learning, but they are learning. They are reaching out to us, and
See, I know it's a case that a lot of World War II veterans have been invited to come to schools and to tell their stories to this generation. Is that something you ever did?
yeah, I did. I did one time.
How did it go?
In Huntsville, and it was a grade 6. So it's pretty hard to, when I saw them, you know, I didn't realize what grade 6 was. I couldn't tell that story of the Esquimalt because they wouldn't understand it. So I had my medals and I showed them around, and some of the kids brought their grandfather's medals, and the first question that was, where were you shot? And I said, I was never shot. Well, how many people did you kill? I said, I didn't kill anybody. I don't think I killed anybody anyway. And I asked the teacher, I said, you know, this is strange, this kid asked me these questions. She said, they see so many murders.
I was going to say, it's a video game generation.
Yeah,
That's what they do. They shoot people in video games all the time.
And I don't think I went over too well.
Sounds like you had a bit of a connection, though, with somebody, with the grandfather's medals. And
Yeah,
well,
oh
that's
yeah,
nice.
the little girl there, she brought her grandfather's medals, and she was so pleased with it.
I want to get back to the book for a second
Sure.
here, and I want to ask you, what do you think if these, I mean, you've managed to take these stories from, I don't know what, 50 or so people? 50,
Yeah,
50 of your friends?
Yeah.
You've put them all in this book. What if you hadn't? What if those stories never had been recorded in a book
They'd be gone.
forever?
Yeah. There are 2 of this book in the archives in Ottawa.
Huh.
The book depository archives. As soon as you get a PSB number, they go there.
And where are you going to give the proceeds of this book to?
We have given $20,000 to charities. We've sold 1,532 books.
Already?
Yeah.
Good for you.
We got the book set up, and we went to the residents and we said, how many books will they buy? We had prices for 100, 200, 300. They said buy 300. I got chicken, and I thought, oh geez, 300. I don't know. Maybe we should go for 100. So I told the 2 girls that are the authors here. I told them, I said, look, if this is a flop, blame it on me. I bullied you into this. Oh no, Liam. So the first day we sold 100, and we had a hit.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Yeah. I'm going to ask you a bit of a strange final question here, okay?
Certainly.
Because you're within spitting distance of 100.
Yeah.
You're 96.
Yes.
Do you think about turning 100?
No.
You don't think about it?
No. I look down on my big toe in the morning, and if there isn't a yellow tag on it, I say the good Lord has given me another day.
Brian Mulrooney had a line about that once. He says, every day I wake up in the morning, I reach out to my right, I reach out to my left. If I don't feel a pine box, I know it's going to be a good day.
Yeah, true.
So you don't. I know it's 4 years in the future, but you don't. You're within spitting distance of it. You don't think about it?
No, I don't. No. And I have no fear of it either. If it comes, it comes. The only thing that I worry about is don't leave a mess. I'm telling you, you can't afford to die. I lost my wife just a year ago. I have signed more papers. I have gone through some more mishmash of straightening things out with the banks and with the government, and I'm trying to get my life in order so that my 3 boys don't have a problem of trying to straighten out my.
Gotcha. You are in the best shape of any 96-year-old I know. I mean, look at you, sir. You're in terrific condition from what I can see.
I don't know about that.
Well, now which makes me want to ask this. You know, this was your latest project.
Yeah.
Do you think about what more you want to achieve while you're still here on Earth?
You know, as the comedians say, leave them laughing, you know. If I can do that.
That's pretty good advice. It's a great pleasure to have you here on our program.
Thank you very much, Steve.
And we'll remind everybody the title of the book. It's called At Your Age? You're writing a book of short stories and poems, all compiled by Eve Jones, Edith White, and today's guest, Liam Dwyer. Thanks so much, Mr. Dwyer.
Thank you, Steve.
The Agenda with Steve Paikin is brought to you by the Chartered Professional Accountants of Ontario, helping businesses stay on the right side of change with strategic thinking, insightful decisions, and business leadership. Are you on the right side of change? Ask an Ontario CPA.